So here we are on a sun-drenched Oschersleben in Germany, 29 degrees, absolutely scorching. Track temperatures around about 60 degrees as we speak. It's very, very hot. It took us, well, 700 miles to get down here. Did it in 13 and a half hours from Milton Keynes head office. Epic journey, really was. Our first round was at Donington just a few weeks ago. All didn't go that well for the Katana. We had a technical issue with the engine. However, we were leading the race for a few laps, which was a fantastic experience. But unfortunately, after just over 2 hours, the technical issue forced us out of the race. Here it's Speed Week, which is an endurance festival. So it's got our race, which is the 4-hour Legends Cup race. But we're also with the World Endurance Boys. So that means that teams CERT are here, Suzuki Endurance Racing Team. So they're doing their qualifying yesterday and today, and they're racing in an 8-hour race tomorrow. We qualified 9th overall, which is a fantastic result. John was actually 4th fastest, which is a hell of an achievement really. Neither of our two riders, John Reynolds and Pete Bose, have ridden here before. They've had to learn the track. The race is in a few hours' time. It's going to be very, very hot. Everybody's nervous, everybody's excited. Seeing the riders, it's great seeing John. He's not ridden a race bike for, I think, over 12 years now. So seeing him back in with his race face on and his race attitude, it's absolutely brilliant, seeing these guys. And there's a lot of top riders in the field.
So, just got off the bike after warm-up. We've had quite a bit to do actually. We've been altering the ride height as time's gone on. The trickiest part's been really learning the circuit. It's been such a long time since I've had to actually come to a new circuit and learn it. So obviously learning the circuit, testing the bike and trying to go quick has been quite a challenge, but we're getting there in the end. We've been trying to get the bike to turn in a bit easier, a bit quicker. So we've been going up on the ride height. The trouble is now we're losing stability down the straight. So I think this morning we've just had 10 minutes out on the circuit before the big race this afternoon. And I'm not happy where we are. So I think we're going to go back down 2 mil on the ride out on the rear. We've also, with the Katana seat, we've had a big seat that comes along and then it wraps itself all the way around the tank. And I've been mainly sort of talking to the guys. I've been struggling for reach with the bike all the time I've been riding it. So I've asked the guys if they can take the padding off that's around the tank, just like a normal race seat really. And it's given me half an inch so I can feel a bit closer. All these little things help you go quick. And qualifying, it's gone reasonably well. I think we've ninth on the grid, so we've got a lot of work to do, but looking forward to it. It's going to be a long race, but Pete Bose and myself are fired up and he's doing a great job. He's a great teammate to work with, and let's just see what we can do.
Okay, so we're my 3rd time on the Katana. It's just a great opportunity again. I have first rode it at Spa, which was in the pouring rain, tricky conditions with my mate Guy Martin, and we did great. We got 7th place with that. Second time was Aragon, which went really well because we come through to dicing for the podium. Unfortunately, I upskittled it on with about 15 minutes to go. So so the lads are here again, and it's my 3rd time on the Katana at Oschersleben. It's fantastic because I've got a legend of a teammate, John Reynolds, who I've read his book, I've been a fan of his, and I was racing BSB, finishing in the lonely sort of 12th, 13th places while John was winning the championship. So I know how good he is, and he's a superstar, and he can still certainly ride a motorbike. So I'm real chuffed to be riding with him. It's a real honour. Endurance racing, as we know, is a long race. So even though we're 9th, anything can happen in that race. And JR's going to start it. He'll get his head down, I'm sure, and hopefully pull us up a position or two. My job will be just to hopefully keep that position. And then, it's going to be a long day. Bloody hot, that's for sure.
Yeah, just got off the bike after the first session. It was a bit, the worst part I knew was going to be was running to the bike, because I can't run, my ankle was absolutely knackered. And getting on the bike is too big, so we had a horrendous start. Anyway, the pace car came out after about 4 laps. Went in again, started pressing on. Had an almighty slide on the front end. The bike ground out, and it was a Marquez moment. I thought, oh, but lucky enough the bike managed to right itself and got back on, but that sort of steadied me up for a few laps just to get a bit of confidence back in again. And started plugging away, and yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of fast bikes out there, a lot of proper race bikes as well, and yeah, we're up against it, but we're going to keep digging in and see what we can do.
Okay, we're just completing my first stint. Physically hard work, got some numb hands at one point towards the end of the session, but everything seems to be going well. No real problem. John's got us in a good position. We're actually 8th position on the hour at the present time on the hour, so another 3 hours to go yet. So it's going to be a long one yet. So yeah. I'm sure John's going to do a great job out there, and I'm feeling quite good. I've got my lap times down by 2 seconds, so yeah, I'm happy with that. And if I can just keep turning the laps, John will do the hard work, maybe bring us up a little bit. But there's 3 hours to go yet, so a lot more can happen.
Okay, we've got 1 hour to go. We've just got into third. A couple of the top teams have had technical issues, but having said that, we have picked up a few teams as well and a few places there. So 1 hour left, fighting for the podium position. Just unbelievably nervous, scared, excited. We just need to keep it going now. And we've got one more rider change. John's out for his last session. He'll be coming in 30 minutes time. And Pete's going to finish it off in the last half an hour.
Well, here we are, Oschersleben. Managed to get the bike on the podium, and what an epic weekend it's been, hasn't it?
It's been fantastic, John, and it's been an honour for me to be a teammate to you. What a great team to have around us, and they've turned that bike into a real good bike, and you know, just I was worried about the start, and
I did tell you.
Yeah,
I did tell you.
John, you're not going to give them for Chrissy any problems,
no.
Are you?
Well, I can't run. I damaged my ankle many years ago, and that's one thing I can't do is run. I kept telling everybody, I'm not the man to do the start because I can't run. And then, anyway, we qualified, I think, 9th.
Yeah.
And by the time I got myself across the track, onto the bike, I think we were about 24th into the first turn. So we had quite a bit of work to do, but then, luckily for us, a pace car came out within 4 laps, and it bunched everybody up, and then we could start going again. So,
John was fantastic. Sorry, John, but you put some great laps in early on, and that gave me some confidence to move on. And had a good second stint. Yeah, I think you had a pretty good third stint, didn't you, Johnny? We gained some places again. One or two other teams were pushing the luck. I felt, you know, I saw two to go down.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was close to it twice. I lost the front twice. The crash bobbin actually grounded out in the engine casing. On the first occasion, I sort of got away with it then. I thought that must be a tyre going because I wasn't really that far over, I didn't think. And then the second session I went out and did exactly the same thing, so I realised then I could hear the metal grinding across the tarmac, so I thought that's where we need to be at, so we just reined it in and you know, try and get some steady laps. But what I would like to say is a massive thank you to Peter for being my teammate, and the team has been working incredibly well. It's been a pleasure, really, honestly, it's been a privilege to be working with him. We've had a great laugh, and we've taken it seriously.
You might even have a beer tonight, do you reckon, John? What do you reckon?
More than one, I think. But I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Tim and Michael from Suzuki and the classic side of things to do this for us. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and we've managed to get the bike on the podium, and they so deserve it.
Yeah, I echo them thoughts as well, and it's just to keep coming out here and being part of the World Endurance scene has been a great experience. So it's really thanks to them boys for giving us this opportunity. So yeah,
right.
Thanks a lot. We've repaid them, and
Pub time.
Yeah,
Let's go. Party.
Let's go.